All right, in the previous class we have seen basics about series and parallel grouping of capacitors, and we have seen basic questions. Now today's class is different from what you have learnt in the previous class. Now in this lecture, what is that we are going to do is I have forgot one small part. First we will do that part, and then we are going to see the concept of potential. Now your first topic of today is your infinite ladder networks. Now your infinite ladder networks questions, okay. In this infinite ladder network questions, what is that we are going to do is, we will just brush up basics first. If you have sigma of n, that is sum of n terms, so that is going to become n into n plus 1 by 2, which is nothing but your 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on. So if you have sequence of numbers, you have to use this formula, okay. So if C, 2C, 3C, 4C, like that, everything is connected in parallel, this is what you are going to do. Next, if you have sum of n square, then it is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6, which is your 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus so on up to n square, okay, right. Next, if you have sum of n cube terms, then it will become n square into n plus 1 whole square by 4, okay. So if your terms are in the form of 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus so on up to n cube, okay. So if capacitors are in series or parallel, if you see this sequence of numbers, this is what you are supposed to do. Next, if you have arithmetic progression, your terms will be, here difference is constant. So your terms will be a plus d, a plus 2d, so on, and your last term or nth term will be a plus n minus 1 into t. This is referred as your last term. Your sum of n terms is n by 2 times a plus l, that will give you n by 2 times 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So while you are adding, you check this, okay, this you must have studied from your school. Next, if you have geometric progression, in geometric progression ratio is constant, okay. So your terms will be in the form of ar square, ar cube, ar power 4, like this, ar, so on, ar power n minus 1. Your nth term or last term is ar power n minus 1. If your first term is assumed to be a, okay. So if you do not know the number of terms, you can equate this expression here, you can equate this expression to the nth term and calculate the value of n. Now here your sum of n terms is a times r power n minus 1 by r minus 1 if r is greater than 1, a times 1 minus r power n by 1 minus r if r is less than 1, okay. So this is your sum of n terms. And if you want sum of infinite terms is a by 1 minus r, okay. A is the first term, r is the common ratio, okay. So first term and common ratio, this you will be using it commonly. Okay, so use all this stuff anywhere in the circuit if you are identifying more number of capacitors or resistors that are connected in the circuits. You have to use this method. Okay, now I will continue. So coming to this infinite ladder network, okay, this is your infinite ladder network. Now we are going to erase this. Okay, right. Now your next thing is, okay, let us say you have given, okay, let us say you are given questions like this. For example, you are given a capacitor of C. Next one is 2C, 4C, 8C, okay, 2 square, 2 cube, so on up to infinity. Okay, infinite terms are given, and at this end you have B, and at this end you have A. So you are supposed to give equivalent capacitance. Okay, now if you look at these capacitors, all these capacitors are in series, because of which your 1 by C equivalent is 1 by C plus 1 by 2C plus 1 by 4C plus 1 by 8C plus so on up to infinity. Now out of this, if you take 1 by C common, you are going to get 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus so on up to infinity. Now your common ratio is 1 by 2. Okay, AR square, AR cube, like this. So your R value is 1 by 2. So your sum of infinite terms, A by 1 minus R. Okay, so your A value is 1 by R value is 1 by 2. So you are going to get 1 by C times 1 minus 1 by 2 is 2. So finally you are going to get 1 by C equivalent is 2 by C. From that your C equivalent is C by 2. Okay, so this is going to be your equivalent capacitance. Okay, right. Next, now using this, okay, similar kind of question I can ask. Now in the first row there is one capacitor, second row there are two capacitors, third row there will be three capacitors here, fourth row, like this your capacitors will keep increasing. Okay, first row 1, second row 2, third row it is not 3, 4 capacitors are there here, C, like this, so on up to infinity. Now once again the same logic, equivalent of this is C by 2. So you will have C on first row, replace second row, that will become C by 2, next row it is C by 4, next row it is C by 16, like this it will keep on repeating. So your C equivalent is, because all are in parallel, C plus C by 2 plus C by 4, first C by 8, then C by 16 plus so on, like this you have to add, take C common, do the same thing. Okay, so these are your basic questions. Okay, so they don't belong much to infinite ladder network, but you can use the arithmetic progression, geometric progression, all those expressions and simplify it. Okay, right. Now coming to your next part. Okay, if you have, for example, in maths, let us say you have 3 plus 3 by 3 plus 3 by 3 plus 3 by 3 plus 3 by 3 plus so on, like this if it is given and if you are asked to evaluate. Okay, so what is that you will do for this? Okay, what is that you are going to do for this is, to simplify this we will assume let this be equal to x. So I'll assume let this be equal to x. Now if I equate this to x, whatever is repeating, okay, I'll assume x. So this part I'll replace it with x because it is going up to infinity. So that will give me 3 by 3 plus x is once again equal to x. That repeating unit I am replacing it with x. Okay, right? No, wait, your question is this 3 plus is not there. Okay, then only I can assume that this is equal to x. Okay, one step, right? So 3 by 3 plus 3 by 3 plus like that. So that 3 by part I can assume it to be x. So that is why this is x. Now rearrange the terms. 3 is equal to 3x plus x square. Now this is a quadratic equation. So x square plus 3x minus 3 equal to 0. So if you have ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, you are going to use minus b plus or minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a for quadratic equations, and you are going to simplify and then keep this. Okay, right? So this is your basic maths part. Okay, now here this basic maths part, hope you have understood it. Whatever is repeating, that you will just simply replace it with x. Now let us say you have a infinite ladder capacitor network like this, where in which this is C to C. You are supposed to find out equivalent capacitance between A and B like this. So that will give you C to C, once again C to C, and once again C to C like this. Let us say your circuit is extending up to infinity. Now you are supposed to find out equivalent capacitance between A and B. Now in this case, as I have told you, let us assume that your equivalent capacitance is x. Okay, let equivalent capacitance is equal to x. If you assume that equivalent capacitance is equal to x, this entire part can be replaced with x, because this entire part is equivalent to x only, no? So I can redraw the circuit as this is A, this is C, this is 2C, here you have B. This entire part I will replace it with a single capacitor that is equal to x, whose capacitance is x. Okay, because that is repeating. Now if you observe carefully, these two are in parallel. So your circuit will become C, then it is 2C plus x because they are in parallel. This is A and this is B. Now these two are in series. So if you try to replace this, 1 by C equivalent is 1 by C plus 1 by 2C plus x. Now your C equivalent is anyhow equal to x. So 1 by x is 1 by C plus 1 by 2C plus x. Okay, so rearrange the terms. Okay, so 1 by x is equal to 2C plus x plus C whole divided by C times 2C plus x. Rearrange, you will get a quadratic equation, and let us try to solve this. Okay, later you should not complain as if I am not solving the answer completely. Okay, so from here your 2c square plus cx is, okay, to 3c plus x, so that will give you 3cx plus 2c plus c is 3c plus x square. In the denominator you have 2c square plus cx. So rearrange the terms, x square plus 2cx minus 2c square is equal to 0. I have brought the other terms to this side. From here your x is minus 2c plus or minus under root b square, that is 4c square, minus 4ac, minus of minus plus 4 2s are 8c square by 2a, so that is equal to 2 times 1. You simplify, capacitance can't be negative because it is a geometrical quantity. So take out this negative root, give the positive answer, that is going to be your equivalent capacitance. Okay, right? Now if you simplify, okay, I think you should be getting it as 4 also. If you take common, you will get root 3 minus 1 into C. Your x, if you are simplifying, you should be getting it as root 3 minus 1 into C. Okay, so this will be your basic answer. Okay, so like this you are supposed to do basic simple questions. Okay, now this is regarding your infinite ladder networks. Okay, do not worry as of now too much about what is going to happen when you have an infinite grid like this everywhere. Like for resistors, that infinite ladder network everywhere on all the dimensions, that we will not do now in this case. Okay, that we will see in the advanced part. Okay, that is not required for mains. Okay, now I will erase this stuff. I will continue further. Now the next thing that I am going to do is, okay, now next you will have, okay, I have missed this example in other chapter as well. Okay, where in which you have metal plates like this and we are supposed to give charges on all the possible sides. This I have missed. Okay, so I will just explain how that is related to this chapter as well. Now if you have metal plates like this, if charge on this is Q1, charge on this is Q2. Okay, now what happens is we are supposed to give charge on each side. Okay, this is X, then this will become Q1 minus X, this is Y, this will become Q2 minus Y. Okay, so totally this is going to be your charge weight this side. Okay, because what is the actual question is, you are supposed to find out total charge on all the possible sides for this metal plate, not Y. This side I will assume Y, then this will become Q2 minus Y. This I have missed in electrostatics. I don't know how I have forgot this in Gauss law. Usually I will not miss anything, but I am planning to add this anyhow later. But in this, if this is point A and if this is point B, okay, for point A and point B, if you take, your electric field is supposed to be 0, because according to Gauss law, inside a metal plate your electric field is 0. So now here ultimately what is that you are supposed to find out is, your first basic idea is find charge on each surface. Okay, that is your actual question. Now to solve this, okay, if you remember, your electric field because of infinite sheet of charge is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Your sigma is charge by area by 2 epsilon naught. So that will become Q by 2a epsilon naught. Now if you take point A, okay, if you assume this as 1, 2, 3, 4, totally there are 4 charges. Now because of first charge, your electric field is Q by 2a epsilon naught. So it is X by 2a epsilon naught is field because of first charge. Because of remaining 2, okay, because of remaining 2, totally 3, because if you take field is nothing but force on plus 1 coulomb, force on plus 1 coulomb charge. So at point A, this plus 1 coulomb if I keep, this charge here, this charge here, this charge here, all these 3 charges will repel it. Okay, so that will give you how much means, it is Q1 minus X by 2a epsilon naught, Q2 minus Y by 2a epsilon naught, q2 by 2a epsilon naught, sorry, y by 2a epsilon naught. Now you add, okay, your net electric field is supposed to be 0, so this must be equal to that one. All the denominators by 2a epsilon naught will cancel off. q2 minus y plus y, that will give you q2. So q2 plus q1 minus x will be equal to x. Denominators will cancel off. From here your x is q1 plus q2 by 2. Okay, there will be a shortcut method, I will give that as well. Okay, here I am assuming at A your electric field is 0. Okay, because according to Gauss law, inside a metal your electric field is 0. Similarly at B, if you take, at B also your electric field is 0. Now here if you take this B, then y by 2a epsilon naught is repulsion from this side. From the other side it is x by 2a epsilon naught, q1 minus x by 2a epsilon naught, and because of q2 minus y, it is q2 minus y by 2a epsilon naught. Left hand side, right hand side, resultant electric field is supposed to be 0. That will give you y is equal to q1 plus q2 minus y. From here your y is q1 plus q2 by y. Oh sorry, by 2. Okay, right, 2y is equal to q1 plus q2, so this is the case. Now you substitute those values back after simplification. Okay, what will you get is, okay, the shortcut, okay, this is the proof. Okay, for the shortcut it is indirectly the proof. So leftmost plate sum of charges by 2, rightmost plate also it is your sum of total charges by 2. So on this plate we have q1, on this plate you have q2, no. So leftmost of all the plate combination will have q1 plus q2 by 2, rightmost of all the plates will have q1 plus q2 by 2. Okay, in the middle it will be equal and opposite charge. Now out of this q1, if you remove this q1 plus q2 by 2, you are going to get q1 minus q2 by 2, and here you are going to get minus of q1 minus q2 by 2. Now you add these two charges, you should get q1. You add these two charges, you should get q2, and check whether you are getting it or not. Okay, so in the middle you have equal and opposite charges. Okay, so indirectly this will form a capacitor configuration. Okay, in the middle you will have equal and opposite charges, so this will form a capacitor configuration. Okay, now why did I discuss this much means, I have missed this in electrostatics, only a small part I will not miss. Soon I will add this into the videos. Okay, missing parts lecture I will keep, and whatever I feel important I will add that to the playlist as well. But okay, this I have missed. Now I am going to use this part. In the middle you will have equal and opposite charge configurations, so it is indirectly going to form a capacitor configuration. Okay, so we are going to have a capacitor configuration in the middle. So using that we are going to do the questions. Okay, all right. Now what is that I am going to do now is the next thing. Okay, so first I will erase this. Now how this is related to capacitors means, you will have basic questions. For example, they will give you plates like this. Okay, your questions will be like this. You have 4 plates connected to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this part is A, this part is B, and these two are connected with each other. Okay, so they will say area is A, everywhere air is there, or dielectric constant K, some they will fill the medium. So in place of epsilon naught you take K epsilon naught. Okay, so K times of capacitance you will have, so that will not be an issue at all. Okay, so get those values first. Okay, get those values, and in the end you are supposed to give equivalent capacitance between A and B in the figure shown. Okay, now if you are given equivalent capacitance in this scenario, okay, what happens is, let us say this distance is also given as d. Okay, so now you are supposed to give equivalent capacitance between A and B. Now for this question, if you are asked equivalent capacitance, now it's not so easy. Okay, just simply having a metal plates, if you do not know the previous logic that I have explained, then you will not identify that there is a capacitor here and here, there is a capacitor here and here, there is a capacitor here and here. Okay, so two metal plates with an insulating medium in between will form a capacitor configuration, right? So now to solve this, okay, I usually give the steps. Okay, now first step is, okay, you have to follow these steps. Okay, first step is number the plates. To solve these questions, not to have confusion, number the plates, okay, with upper and lower side clearly, with upper and lower side clearly. Okay, that is the first step. Okay, this is your question. Hope you have copied down the question and you have tried it, and assuming that I am explaining the solution, I am continuing. Now this is 1 upper, 1 lower, 2 upper, 2 lower, 3 upper, 3 lower, 4 upper, 4 lower. Okay, first step is number the plates with an upper and lower side clearly. Next, second step is mark points A and B and try to join, okay, try to join plates to A and B where a wire is involved, where a wire is involved, connect them to same potential, connect them to same potential. Very simple. Okay, you follow these steps, you will get the answer. Now observe carefully. I will mark points A and B. Now if you look at this, okay, here where and all you have your capacitors means your 2 upper, 1 lower will form a capacitor, 2 lower, 3 upper will form a capacitor, 3 lower and 4 upper will form a capacitor. Now between A and B you directly have a capacitor. What is that means? Between A and B you have 2 lower and 3 upper. 2 lower and 3 upper will form a capacitor configuration. Okay, that is between A and B. Okay, right? Next, your next thing is, okay, your next thing is, if you, okay, your next thing is, if you, okay, 2 lower and 3 upper will form the capacitor. Now A is forming, this 2 upper is forming a capacitor with 1 lower. That 1 lower is also connected to 4 upper. They are at same potential. 4 upper will form a capacitor with 3 lower. Okay. Now observe this. This pink color line, if you take, this is a wire. So all these will be at same potential. So that is why I am connecting 1 lower and 4 upper. They are indirectly at same potential because they are connected by same wire. And this 4 upper is forming with 3 lower. Now what is your equivalent capacitance means? It is C, C, C. So equivalent of this is how much? It is C by 2. C by 2 plus C, that will your final answer will be, it is top part is C by 2, bottom part is C. Combine these two, you are going to get C plus C by 2. It is 3C by 2 is your final equivalent capacitance. Okay. Right, your C is A epsilon naught by D. In the end you have to substitute it like this. Okay, so numbering the plates, rearranging them and then doing the answer. Okay, so one more question I will help you out, okay, for understanding sake. For practice you take your reference books that are available in the market or any institute material that you have, you do it. Okay, no issues. I will just randomly pick all the models. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Totally there are 5. Next question is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your A and B, your A is connected to two terminals like this, A. Your B is connected to this, and then your top and this middle one are connected. You are supposed to give equivalent capacitance. Assume each plate's area is A, everywhere it is air, distance between the plates is D. This distance you assume it is D. Now try to give the answer. Okay, pause the video clip, try to give the answer. Okay, then anyhow I will explain the solution. Right, trying is important. Now answer to this is, you have one upper, one lower. Okay, first numbering the plates, first step. 2 upper, 2 lower, 3 upper, 3 lower, 4 upper, 4 lower, 5 upper, 5 lower. Okay, so like this you are supposed to, okay, like this you are supposed to number the plates first. Okay, numbering the plates is most important part first. Okay, right. Now once you number the plates, okay, once you number the plates like this, then what happens is, okay, mark your points A, mark your points B. Between A and B directly I can replace a capacitor with 3 upper, 2 lower. This anyhow it is there, direct. Next, A is connected to, next A is forming a capacitor with 3 upper, no. Now A is connected to, okay, A is connected to 2 more plates. Okay, A will form a capacitor with 3 lower, 4 upper. A is also going to form a capacitor with 5 upper and 4 lower. 4 upper, 4 lower are basically same plate, so that means they are connected to same point. And this 4 upper, 4 lower are going to connect with 1 lower, because even this is, all these are connected to same wire, so that is why 1 lower. 1 lower is going to form a capacitor with 2 upper. 2 upper is indirectly B. Okay, right. So now totally how many capacitors? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now C replace, it is 2C if they are in parallel. On the top you have C. This 2C is in parallel series with C. Now 2C into C is 2C by 3. So C, 2C into C by 2C plus C, that is going to be 2C by 3. So now once again these two are in parallel. Okay, so C plus 2C by 3 is C equivalent. So that is going to give you 5C by 3. Okay, so your equivalent capacitance is 5 by 3 A epsilon naught by D. Okay, right. So this is how you are going to simplify this kind of questions. Okay, now with this your basic idea of these kind of questions also will be done. Now coming to your next part, okay, today we have seen infinite ladder network and these plates related questions. Now next is your concept of potential. Okay, your next idea in capacitors is your concept of potential. So if you have studied my current density video, I mean if you have watched my current density videos, then this will not be a tough job at all. So next is your concept of potential. Now I have been telling you and I'll keep telling you again and again, okay, that is your potential will drop or rise. Okay, potential will drop or rise only after you cross a resistor, cell, capacitor, battery. Within same wire there is no possibility of change in the potential. Okay, there is going to be no change in the potential. Now if you are given basic questions like this, for example, let us say you have a capacitor here and capacitor here, C1, C2, C3. Now let us say these 2 points are connected like this, these 2 points are connected like this, and you are asked to calculate capacitance between A and B. Okay, so this is an example that I am giving. Now in this case, if you are asked equivalent capacitance between A and B, directly looking at this you cannot say it is in series or parallel. Okay, we will not be able to identify series parallel connection here. Now because we cannot identify this series parallel connection thing here, what is it we are going to do is we are going to identify points of same potential. Now if I mark the potential as V1 here, now over this entire wire it will be same. Okay, over this entire wire your potential is going to be same because you don't have any capacitor here, so it is same. Okay, if it is VA here, over this entire wire it is VA. Next, if you mark potential as VB here, okay, if you mark potential as VB here, now everywhere here your potential is going to be still the same VB. Now between A and B, what is your potential means? It is C1. Okay, you have capacitor between VA and VB. Okay, your capacitance is C1, it is C2. Okay, and next is your C3. Okay, so now your 1 by C equivalent is sorry, all the three are in parallel. Why should you do 1 by C equivalent? In parallel, what is your equivalent capacitance? In parallel, your equivalent capacitance is C is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. Okay, so this is going to be your answer. Okay, so everywhere where there is no capacitor, that connected points will have the same potential. Okay, this I have explained in current electricity. Okay, it is similar. That is why I have asked you to watch current electricity videos, learn current electricity first and then come back to this stuff, because everything is same. What is the point of understanding these things in a poor way directly watching this? If you have done that, both will be covered and it will be easy to learn. Okay, right? Next, coming to the next part. Okay, this is your basic idea. Your next part is let's try to do little more questions. 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay, chalo. You have a curve like this. Here you have 4C, 6C, 8C and then 4, 6, 8, 10C like this. what is that you are supposed to do is, okay, here this wire is connected to the top like this. You are supposed to give what is the equivalent capacitance between, I should not draw this much, this is A and this is B. Find equivalent capacitance between A and B is your question. Now this question appears complicated, but it is simple. If you mark the potential as VA here, if you mark the potential as VB, everywhere on this outer edge your potential is VB only. So if your potential is VB, your potential difference is same for all these. Okay. So now because your potential difference is same, okay, what is that you can do is your 1 by C equivalent is, okay, right, all are in parallel, no, so everywhere it is same, VA minus VB, VA minus VB, C equivalent is, it is going to become 4C plus 6C plus 8C plus 10C, 10C plus 8C, so 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 8, 28C, okay. So 28C is your equivalent capacitance, okay. Like this you will have your equivalent capacitance, okay, right. Next, now extending this idea, okay, see, next question is, you have C here, okay, I am just picking out basic questions, that's all. You are supposed to give capacitance of this part. The numbers are C12, this is C, this is 12, this is 3C, 662, 6C, 6C, 2C. You are supposed to give equivalent capacitance between A and B. Okay. Now try answer for this question for a minute, then I will continue further. Okay, it is similar to current electricity. Okay, if you have learned current electricity properly, it will not be a tough job to do these questions. Now observe carefully. If I mark the potential as VA here, everywhere it will be VA, VB, VB. Okay, because there is no capacitor in between. So now let's try to take this as some V dash. Now between VA and V dash there is 12 and 6. So these two are in parallel. You can replace with equivalent, that will become 18. So if I redraw the diagram, okay, this part is C. Here you have 12 and 6, 18, 6 and 3, 9, because they are in parallel. 12 plus 6, it is 18C. V dash here, between V dash and VB, 3 plus 6, there is 9C, and then one more 2C is downwards. Now observe carefully, these two are once again in series. So 18 into 9 by 18 plus 9, that will give you 6C. C, 6C, 2C, all three are in series. So replace with equivalent, that will give you your answer. Okay. So your final answer is supposed to be 9C. Okay, right. So replace this with, okay, 18 into 9 by 18 plus 9. So your equivalent of this is 6C. So C, 6C, 2C will be in parallel. So your C equivalent is C plus 6C plus 2C. Totally it is 9C. Okay. So like this you are supposed to calculate your equivalent capacitance. Okay, right. Now we will continue further. Okay, basic questions you can do it. I don't need to stress on this much. All right. Now next is your Wheatstone bridge for capacitors. Okay, what you have studied in current electricity, same thing will also be applicable here, also for Wheatstone bridge. So your next heading is your Wheatstone bridge for capacitors. Now if you have a circuit like this, Wheatstone bridge for capacitors. Okay, so now your circuit is like this. You have combination of 4 capacitors. Let us say this is A, this is B, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, right? Now let us say there is a big branch of circuit. Now within this big branch that you have here, okay, what is that I want you to keep in mind is, okay, what is that I want you to keep in mind is, okay, so now let us say you have, okay, this kind of circuit where in which you don't have any wires. Often people will get confused at these junctions. They will just simply keep removing everything as they wish. Okay, do not do that. Okay, do not do that. Okay, now what is your condition is, okay, if C1 by C2 is, okay, P by Q is equal to R by S is what we have written in current density if I remember, but else C1 by C2 is equal to C3 by C4, then your C5 can be removed from circuit. Okay, why means I have given proof in current electricity. Okay, so it is kind of same potential. Okay, there will be no charge in the balanced condition, there will be no charge, so we can remove that and then do the simplification. So this circuit, after removing that middle branch, okay, it is going to become like this. It is C1, it is C3 with nothing in between, and this is C2, and you have C4 here. Okay, now obviously these two are in series, these two are in series, resultant will be in parallel. Okay, so you can simplify and give the answer, okay, between A and B like this. Okay, so this Wheatstone bridge conditions proof is anyhow given in my lecture, so there is no point in wasting much time here, but here also you can identify your Wheatstone bridge condition and then do the questions. Okay, that much if you have understood, that is more than enough. Now if you are trying to solve questions on this, okay, let me give you simple questions first. Okay, let me do some examples on this as well. Now your first part is C, 2C, 2C, 3C, 6C. Yeah, your question is this: you have point A, C, 2C, 3C, 3C here, 6C here. Now you are supposed to find out equivalent capacitance between A and B. Now this is directly, if you are looking at this clearly, what will be visible means Wheatstone bridge will be visible. So C by 2C will be equal to 3C by 6C. So 1 by 2 will be your value. Okay, so now this middle branch can be removed, okay, because this by this is equal to this by this. So your equivalent diagram is C, 3C, then followed by 2C, then followed by 6C. Now replace this, these two are in series, so 3 into 1 by 3 plus 1, that will give you 3 by 4C. 3 into 1 by 3 plus 1 is 4, so 3 by 4C. Here 6 into 2 by 6 plus 2, so 12 by 8, so that will become 12C by 8. Okay, 6 2s are 12, 12 by 8, so 4 2s, 2 4s I will keep, 2 6, so you are going to get 3c by 4 plus 6c by 4, that will give you 9c by 4. Okay, right? So that is going to be your final answer. Okay, right. Next, your next question is like this. You try this. You have a triangular kind of stuff. I am erasing this. Okay, whenever I give you a question, first you have to try it. Okay, you have to try it and then do the simplification. Okay, so C, 6C, 3C, 18C, 9C. Okay. Your values are C, 9C, 18C, 3C, C, 6C, 3C, C, 6C. You are supposed to find out your equivalent capacitance between A and B. Okay, so that is going to be your question. Okay, all right. Now for this, if I try to do the answer, okay, now if you look at this figure, okay, obviously you will be able to identify that 3 by 9 is equal to 6 by 18. There is a balanced Wheatstone bridge condition. 3 by 9 is 1 by 3, 6 by 18 is also 1 by 3. So we can remove this middle branch. So this circuit will become 3C here, then 6C here, middle one is removed, 9C here, 18C here, and then followed by C here. This is A, this is P. Okay, now these two are in series, so 3 into 6, 18 by 3 plus 6, 9, so that will give you 2. This part will give you 2C. Okay, so 6 3s are 18, 18 by 9 is 2. Next one is, this middle one is 18 into 9 by 18 plus 9, so this will give you 6C. So all the three will be in parallel. So you have 2C, middle you have 6C, and in the bottom you have C, like this between A and B. All are in parallel. 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 2 9. So your final answer is going to be 9C. Okay, so like this you are supposed to give answers to basic questions. Okay, right. Now this is your balanced Wheatstone bridge condition related questions. Now let me try to give a star related question. Now your next question is, you have a regular pentagon like this. I mean, there is a star, okay, not regular pentagon. Okay, so your star is like this, where in which two capacitors are joining here, two capacitors are joining to this end as well, two capacitors are joining to this end, two capacitors to this end, two capacitors. Okay, it is a star. Okay, right. If it doesn't look like one, you have to adjust. Now what is your question is, you find your equivalent capacitance. This is B, this top part is A. I don't know whether it is visible. Top star top is A. Okay, let me check whether it is visible. I'll write it little down here. So this joint is A. Find equivalent capacitance between A and B is your question. Now answer to this I will give you. Okay, you should get it as 6C by 7. Okay, If you simplify everything, you should get it as 60 by 7. Okay, I don't know whether the charge in the battery comes till that moment, but I have given it. So how do you do answer to this is, okay, so replace these two, replace these two, replace these two, okay, replace these two. Don't try to replace these two, you cannot do that, okay, right? And this will become C by 2, C by 2, C by 2, C by 2, okay. C by 2 and C are in parallel. Here are, I mean, these two are in parallel.